Yes, crew. This shoe just might make my sneaker of the year list this year. And this is a Jordan 3 J.Balvin. Now during this review, we're gonna take a look at the story behind this shoe, the fit, the sizing, and my overall thoughts and opinions. So if you're interested in copping this shoe or just watching an on-foot review, you're in the right place. So without further ado, let's jump straight in. Also, if you're looking for a way to style these shoes, my people over at Outrank Brand definitely got you covered. Whenever these shoes release, they always got a collection that match the shoes perfectly. They did release a collection that matched the J.Balvin 3s, so if you go over there now and use promo code FRESH at checkout, you will save 10%. Now all their releases are limited, so they're only available about a week or so after release, so you want to make sure that you head over there right now, or you can just click the link in the description and that'll automatically apply the 10% off. Now these Jordan 3 J.Balvin Sunsets released today, September 23rd of 2023 for a retail price of $250. Now the stock number was super limited on this shoe. If you wasn't plugged in, it was practically impossible to grab these. Now my local Tier 0 boutique here in Cincinnati, Ohio, it's called Corporate. They did do first come, first serve on these pairs. I was not able to grab mine. I wasn't even gonna try to wake up and go stand in line to camp out to get these, cause I know people was gonna be lined up about 5, 6 a.m. and I ain't willing to stay out that long just to get this shoe. So shout out to my guy Jay the Sneaker Guy. I was able to pick this pair up from him a little bit early, so salute to him. And you know, I definitely got to bring y'all the on-foot review today. Now I did try to enter on Sneakers app, and honestly when I tried to log into Sneakers app, my whole app glitched. I had to shut it down and restart it. I know those bots was in there. Word on the street was it's only like 40,000 pairs of these being made, or maybe only 40,000 pairs on the Sneakers app alone. But it was virtually impossible to cop on there. Like maybe like a minute or so later, I got that your submission was not selected response. So I know I wasn't gonna hit on these. So I just had to put in my footwork early and grab them so I could secure them. They also dropped those Dunk Low Albino Prados. And if you haven't seen my review on that, I did post it yesterday. So make sure you click the link above now so you can check that one out. But Sneakers app should have known better than to drop 2 hot shoes on the same day, and it was done on a draw, so I know it's a ridiculous amount of entries that was submitted, and that probably crashed the Sneakers app where everybody initially tried to get in. But both of these are limited shoes, so it's probably gonna be a lot of L's handed out, you know, so I'm not really surprised. I think I took an L on both. I'm still really waiting for the response for the Dunks, but I already got my pair, so I'm not really too pressed on it. Now currently on StockX, if you wanted to pick these up, which will probably be your best way to get your hands on these, you could pick up a size 12 at about $420 before taxes and shipping. And that's pretty steep. Like I can't even lie, like that's not cheap at all. But with that $250 retail price, you know the resale price is gonna be jumping out the gym. Even if it's not too much over the actual retail, it's still a lot of money, you know, for a pair of Jordan 3s. But one thing I can say, if it's a shoe that might be worth it, this one might be the one. But before we go any further, let's take a closer look at this shoe. This shoe has a tumbled sail upper, yellow accents around the eyelets and the leather of the shoe, a white and multicolored midsole, a translucent outer sole, a colorful back tab with the J.Balvin smiley face on one shoe and Nike Air on the other, and a gold Jumpman on the tongue. Now, one thing that I can say is that the material on this shoe is A+. Like, this is some very nice material. J.Balvin didn't cut any corners when picking out the material on this shoe. It's just super soft leather on the toe box, super soft leather on the ankle collar. It's just all the way around very soft, very nice. Now, if I had to give a critique to this shoe, I really only have 2. And if you watched any reviews on these, a lot of people have the same critique, and that's that icy outer sole. Like, that translucent outer sole should have been a pass on this shoe. They should have went with like a sail color outer sole, maybe even that gray that's on the elephant print around the toe box. That could have been nice color on the outer sole, but the translucent, it's just gonna get nasty, and it's gonna look ugly after you wear it a few times, just to be honest. And especially wearing it this time of year, it just seems like it attracts more dirt, you know, in the fall time than it would in the summer. But it's just a shoe that, I mean, overall, this is a very nice shoe, but that outer sole could have passed. The second thing is, they should have gave us an extra spare pair of laces. Like, this got too much color on that back heel tab not to let us drip it with a spare pair. And to be honest, if you use the gold laces that came with those Best Fit Beauty Supply Jordan 1s, that would be a dope lace swap for this shoe. And this shoe is actually in the same family. It seems like, because around the leather, the thick cut part of the leather, they all have like a yellow lining. So on the Beffy Beauty Supplies, you have that lining around the like uncut, unfinished leather on the upper of this shoe. And this shoe is kind of in the same family. But in my humble opinion, these both are very dope shoes. And these threes just really brought the J Balvin collaboration back alive. Because if we want to be honest, the J Balvin ones was garbage. Like, let's just be honest. In my humble opinion, it was too loud, too colorful. It was one of those shoes that would have been a dope for a kid, but not so much for an adult. I know my daughter really liked those, but the price was jumping at the gym, and it released at a time where the sneaker market was at an all-time high. So those are still reselling for a lot of money, but the Jordan 2 J Balvins really flopped. Like, you can get those for way under retail. I think you could pick up the Jordan 2 J Balvin at this point for less than $200. So, and that's in my size 12. So that is a shoe that definitely bricked out, and I really didn't like either one of those. But this one is the one that we're gonna remember for sure. I'll go as far as to say that this might make my sneaker of the year list. Just like last year, the Jordan 5 DJ Khaled We The Best, the Sail pair, as well as the Crimson Bliss pair, they both made my sneaker of the year list. They were both very dope sneakers, even though they wasn't received well by the public. But this one has a little hype behind it. And these are going for a little bit of change, so I definitely would say this is gonna make my sneaker of the year list. And of course we have images floating around of a black pair like these. They need to drop them. They need to go ahead and drop them. I don't know if they was friends and family. I know that DJ Khaled had a reel where he was showing them off, and he had said sample on the inside. So they might only be sample pairs, but the black pair would have been dope to release alongside of these. Or maybe we get them later on this year. But either way, I'm here for it. Now, if you was looking to pick this pair up and this will be your first pair of Jordan 3s, you worried about the fit or the sizing of this shoe, I do recommend going true to size. Jordan 3s usually fit about true to size for me, and these are really comfortable with nicer materials, so they should give a little bit even if the shoe ended up being a little tight on your foot. Now, if I had to rate this shoe between 1 and 10, with 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, this is about a 9.5 out of 10. Like, this is a very good shoe. It gets an A+ in the class. It's just a very nice shoe. The neutral colors with just a pop on the back heel, that's all we need. Like, literally, you don't want to overdo a shoe. You don't want to underdo it. This gives it enough pop that you understand what you got on if you throw these on. But at the same time, it's not so loud that you don't want to wear it. And that's what I think they went wrong with the J Balvin 1s. They were just too loud. The J Balvin 2s was a bit out there too. But these 3s, it got the perfect mixture between a nice subtle shoe and a little bit of pop in the back. And before we get out of here, I want to hear from the Fresh crew. Did y'all pick up these Jordan Balvin 3s? Was y'all able to hit on sneakers at? Drop it down in the comment section below. Now, I'm gonna leave y'all with some on-foot shots.